Hey guys, American Pizza Books here. So this is going to be a much different video than usual. I'm actually going to be doing a movie review for once in a long while. I think I've done one other movie review on this channel. It was on the It movie. Um, but no, I thought I'd do a little movie review here on Bumblebee, which I saw last week with my best friend. We were just trying to look for movies to watch and everything, and then, we weren't really finding anything. Then we saw the Bumblebee movie, and then I had seen that this one had actually gotten decent reviews, so I was just like, okay, let's go see Bumblebee. And I was actually pleasantly surprised, I remember I'd gone to the movie theater before that, and I had seen the trailer for this movie, and I was just like, God damn, another Transformers movie. Hasn't that series already just gotten as bad as it can get? So those were kind of my thoughts. But then, I saw it was actually getting decent reviews, and I was like, oh, well, maybe they did something different. And I believe this is actually like a prequel to the current series. So I think that's what it was, I believe, and everything. Um, but no, I went to see this movie, and like I said, I was really pleasantly surprised. It was actually really good. I feel like everything is more developed in this movie. It's not just a bunch of explosions and fight scenes and one-dimensional characters. The characters actually feel developed. Another thing I like is that the Transformer, and keep in mind, I'm not a fan of the original Transformers like shows or whatever. I'm very much a casual fan, just a moviegoer. So I'm not really a fan of the original content. But I feel like with this movie, the Transformers got much better representation because, I feel like in the Transformers series, because I'll be honest, I've only seen the first two movies of the Transformers series. I haven't seen the rest of them. I I saw the first one; it was okay. I don't even remember that much about the second one, other than Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox having relationship problems in that one. I haven't even seen the rest. I've heard the third one. Is that like the is what is that? Is that the I don't remember. I don't really know the titles even, but like the Dark Side of the Moon or something. I've heard that one isn't terrible, but the rest of them just get worse. They bring like Mark Wahlberg in, and it just gets progressively worse, is what I've heard. But but no, I just lost my train of thought there. But no, but no, I okay. What I was saying. But I feel like the Transformers because you still have the human characters in this one, but you also have the Transformers, and they very much are on equal playing ground as far as the plot goes. Like the movie starts off with a battle scene on their planet, on their own planet, not on Earth, but on their own planet. You see Optimus Prime, and some of the Decepticons and everything. You got Bumblebee as well before his voice got fucked up and everything. Um, and you see that. And then, eventually it shows Bumblebee escaping and going to Earth, and then, the two Decepticons, fall, were able to. I think Bumblebee accidentally set off an alarm because the army guys or whatever were trying to capture him, which John Cena played the lead, which I'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, no, but anyways, I think that the Transformers had much better representation, had a more equal playing ground as far as the plot goes, and just the Transformers just felt more developed in this movie as well. I mean, and so that was good. Bumblebee was awesome in this movie. I mean, I feel like when his voice got taken away and everything, he was basically the same character that he is in the Transformers series, but I feel like he was done a lot better. The serious moments with him worked. The funny moments with him worked. Whenever there was a funny moment, I laughed, sometimes out loud and everything. I mean, there were some pretty humorous moments in this movie that really hit. Whereas in the Transformers series, I feel like it kind of just falls flat. But so I feel like everything with the Transformers is just done much, much better in this movie, as well as with the human characters, because in the Transformers series, and I know that Shia LaBeouf isn't in the series anymore. He was only in the first three movies. But as far as the human characters go, I just really didn't care about them that much. Like I didn't really care about Sam Whitaker and his family or his relationship with Megan Fox. I don't even remember the character's name. I don't really care about any of that. I don't even really care about the relationship he has with Bumblebee and his friendship or whatever and his with the other Transformers or whatever. I don't really care. Nothing feels developed. Everything kind of just feels more or less one dimensional in those movies. Because again, it's really the thing with those movies is really just the explosions and the fight scenes. That's really it. there's not really a lot of thought and care put into anything else, I feel, with those movies. But in this one, there was. You know, the main character this time is Charlie, and she is kind of sorry about that. She's kind, you know, you get this backstory with her and her father. Her and her father were pretty close. They bonded over this Camaro that they were working on, and you know, her father, I believe, he died in a car accident. And you see that she's still kind of grieving about that and everything. The rest of her family has seemingly already moved on from it and everything, and her mom's already with another guy and everything. And the guy is kind of a he's kind of a weird, like, there's this one scene where it's her birthday, and the guy gives her like this book, like, oh, I hear people who smile more tend to be happier or whatever. It's just, it was really kind of a douchey moment. But the stepfather's kind of a weirdo, and then, you know, the mom just kind of seems oblivious and everything. And like, she buys her a helmet because she rides a motorbike and everything. Like, she wants a car, but they won't get her a car. So I believe it's like her 18th birthday, I think. But like, her mom gets her a helmet. It has like flowers on it, and that's like so not like with Charlie's character. That's so not her style, because she's kind of a tomboy, I think. But you know, but yeah, I know that was kind of funny. Kind of got in a tangent there, but like, no, but the character of Charlie just feels much more developed. You actually feel for her character. You care about her past. You know, the backstory with her father and everything, and you really do care about the relationship that her and Bumblebee form in this movie. You know, it almost reminded me of the Iron Giant, that movie, that, you know, the relationship that the boy in that movie had with the Iron Giant. It reminded me a lot of that with Charlie and Bumblebee. You know, I just like the friendship, the camaraderie that they grow as the movie goes on and everything. Um, there's also this guy that likes Charlie. He's kind of funny. He's kind of a funny character in the movie. He does really good too. He's a really cool character. I don't know, just the human characters felt fleshed out, whereas in the Transform movies with Michael Bay, they just didn't feel fleshed out really. They just all felt kind of one dimensional. I didn't really care about them. This movie I did. Um, let's see what else. I mean, I just it was just a fun time. That's really how I all I can describe it. It was a fun time. It was, you know, I was never bored. I was invested in what happened to Bumblebee and Charlie and the other characters. We don't see the other Transformers, from what I can remember at least. We don't see Optimus Prime again. We see, like I said, we see him in the beginning, but well, we do see him in message form because, you know, he sent out a message to the other Transformers and stuff. We see him with that, but we don't actually see him in physical form, at least from what I remember. But we get a battle scene at the end and everything, and you know, it seems like Bumblebee is going to get killed and everything, and you actually care. That's the thing, you care about whether these characters live or die and everything. I feel like in the original Transformers series, at least for me, I didn't really care one way or the other, but in this one there was actual tension because you care about these characters, you know, both the Transformer characters and the human characters. um so yeah, I mean, but no, overall it was a good movie. The only thing that I didn't like, the only thing that I can criticize it for, was John Cena. I'm sorry, but John Cena cannot act. The dude cannot act to save his life. Like, okay. In the beginning, he had a few funny lines. He did okay with the comedy, but when he tried to act serious or intense, it just came off as really forced and really cheesy. It came off as him just reading lines and improvising emotion. It just did not come off as natural whatsoever. You know, being a wrestling fan, not as much nowadays, but I've never cared for John Cena as a wrestler, but him as an actor is even worse. Like, he's never going to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's just not. He doesn't have the charisma of, Dwayne Johnson. He doesn't have the ability of Dwayne Johnson. He needs to not, he needs to stick to his day job, because this was not a good performance, in my opinion, from John Cena. Just like I said, whenever he tried to, like, there was the one scene where he loaded his gun and he was like, "We're going to Texas," and it was just like he was trying to act serious and everything, and it just did not come off good whatsoever. It was really bad, And even like my friend who isn't a wrestling fan, but like even he was just like, oh yeah, that was bad. So yeah, the performance from John Cena was not good at all. Other than that, though, other than John Cena's cringy performance, I thought the movie was actually pretty good. Pretty good Transformers. If you're like me with the Transformers movies and you kind of just feel like it's a dead horse and it's stopped being beaten and everything, and you kind of had the same thoughts about this movie, I'd say give it a chance. It's actually a lot better than the Transformers series, the movies in that series, and it's actually just a lot more well thought out. Probably because Michael Bay wasn't directing it; someone else was directing it. I believe Michael Bay had a hand in this one, but he wasn't like steering the ship on it, so to speak. And I believe Steven Spielberg had a role in it too, so that probably helped a lot. But just anyone, just Michael Bay not being the one directing it is automatically a step up. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, this Bumblebee was a pretty good movie. I'd recommend it. I'd recommend go seeing it. I might even see it again, which is a rarity for me because most times these days I go to see a movie and I'm just like, yeah, that was good, but I don't really have any interest in seeing it again. But this one I might actually see it again. Um, so yeah, yeah, so I'd recommend it. Go check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and keep on reading.